With the sudden resurgence of zombie video games and movies and shows, one question is on everybody's minds. Will I survive the zombie apocalypse? Luckily for us, Project Zomboid is there to answer that question, and the most likely answer is no. No, you won't. You will die a horrible death. But that's what makes this game fun. I thought it was interesting if I were to input myself directly into Project Zomboid with my real life traits and how I would react in real life. There will be no metagaming, we will not be following any tutorials, no tips and tricks on how to play Zomboid, just our raw, realistic reaction to things. I thought this was really fun to record and play, so if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Of course, we started with character creation, and unsurprisingly, I am unemployed, and I gave myself the following good traits and bad traits. Okay, I'm trying to find a haircut that looks... Okay, that's just... I don't think that's appropriate. Oh, dude! This looks just like me. Minus the jawline, but you know. During the character customization, I decided to give myself a leather jacket because I always wear one in real life. However, while looking for shoes, I accidentally turned myself into an anime girl, which I thought was pretty funny. Perfect. First thing I did was spawning into the new world was waking up and immediately attempting to go back to sleep, up until I noticed something weird. It was my neighbor. She was acting a bit drunk and quirky. She's quirky like that. She's pretty well known for being weird and quirky, but not quirky enough to bash her face against the window. Not knowing what to do and not wanting to call the police because I have severe anxiety, I decided to confront her myself. Dude, it's like 7 in the morning, man. Like, what the hell do you want, man? It's like, I got school tomorrow. I tried resolving the issue as civil as possible, up until she tried to grab me. I thought she was going for a hug, up until I realized she was salivating. And then my stranger danger alert kicked in, so I just pushed her away from me. Being within the vicinity of a woman gave me a panic attack, so I ran back inside and attempted to grab a weapon. Is she still here? Oh my god! I couldn't really find a proper weapon, so I had a panic attack and downed an entire can of beer instead. I was intoxicated and filled with baby rage that gave me enough confidence to finally confront her. Bad touch, stranger danger. Listen, I'm really flattered, but there are better ways to go about this, you know? No means no! Seeing no end to what she was trying to do, I decided to run away and call for help. Unfortunately, the first person I saw was also salivating and trying to grab me, which was pretty unlucky of me. I guess you could say the gym's paying off, huh? Uh-oh. 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 Why are there so many of them? Realizing my neighborhood was filled with creeps and weirdos, I decided to run off. Fortunately for me, I found myself a deadly weapon and proceeded to equip it. I immediately went back outside because not only did I break into someone's home, but I also stole someone's plunger. I was having doubts whether there was an actual zombie apocalypse going on up until I saw an actual human corpse. And then I realized, well, I'm in a zombie apocalypse now. Zombie apocalypse finally happened, man. I'm gonna be just like Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. I'm gonna go find a sheriff outfit and I'm gonna pretend to be a police officer. Actually, no, I don't think that's a good idea. Being a connoisseur of zombie media, I immediately knew what to do. I immediately started looking for food and probably some weapons. Unfortunately for me, the only weapons I had was a plunger and a rolling pin. Unfortunately, the only food I found were in cans, and I didn't have a can opener. Dude, this is the start of my character arc. I'm gonna be like Negan, but I kill people with a plunger and a griddle pan. Realizing the house didn't really offer much in the way of protection or food, I decided to go out and face my first ever Walking Dead. I easily dispatched it using my fabulous looking maid shoes. Having filled with adrenaline after bashing in a man's head, I was filled with overconfidence, and I saw 3 other zombies, which I thought I could dispatch easily. Ah! Turns out I didn't need any food because I was served humble pie. Luckily, I wasn't bitten and I had bandages. Oh my god! Time out, guys. Time out. I lost my glasses, guys. Please, come on, give me this one thing. Feeling sick and tired of being bullied by the zombies, I decided to whip out my ultimate weapon. Unfortunately, it broke almost immediately. The realization of getting scratched by a zombie just started to kick in, and I realized I could turn into a zombie at any moment, so I decided to cut my losses and and run away. Oh my god, I got scratched. And here I thought I was gonna have like a villain arc where I'd be the bad guy of a group. Now, here I am, bitten on the first day. I then proceeded to wear a red bandana that I got off of a zombie that I killed. I may be dying, but at least I'm gonna look cool when I turn into a zombie. After realizing how soft and mushy my body really was, I attempted to find shelter. Unfortunately, all of the houses I looked at were either surrounded or filled with the walking dead, so I was forced to run away. Luckily, however, I did manage to grab a duffel bag from one of the zombies. Realizing all of the houses in this tiny area kinda sucked, I decided to hit the road in search of better shelter. However, unfortunately for me, the road I decided to take was long, egregious, and annoying because it feels like I spent 30 real life minutes just walking through the same trees over and over and over and over and over and over and over. By now, I had been walking around for literal hours now. I was hungry, alone, afraid. Oh, never mind, here we go. I then decided to sneak around and enter the hopefully empty radio station. I was super tired and I was super desperate to find shelter, so I broke the glass with my elbow and proceeded to crawl through broken glass. And as you can imagine, didn't really end well. To make an already horrible situation even worse, there was another walking dead inside. Usually this wouldn't be a problem, but by now I was already super weak and squishy and it took me a lot of steps before I could finally take her down. However, all of that was worth it because I was nearly gonna collapse and I've secured myself a shelter. I then attempted to patch myself up with anything I can find because I was bleeding from every orifice possible. I then attempted to look for food and supplies which didn't bear much fruit, haha, because this was a radio station. Fortunately, I was lucky enough to stumble across a fully loaded water dispenser. You really only appreciate things once they're gone or if there's an active zombie apocalypse going on. I then proceeded to stick out my hand multiple times and apparently that was enough to lose my thirst. Not finding anything particularly useful, I decided to go to bed. On the floor. Waking up from an 8-hour sleep, I felt fresh AF and ready to take on the world. Unfortunately, the world was also ready to take me on. Looking like a scene from Stephen King's The Mist, I knew I wasn't gonna go anywhere. And like the saying goes, country girls make do and so will I. Knowing I would get annihilated instantly as soon as I stepped into the mist, I decided to hunker down. I first started by killing all of the lights in the building to reduce my visibility. And that was it. I couldn't barricade the windows nor doors because I couldn't carry anything because I was so weak and fragile that anything heavier than a chicken sandwich cost me permanent death. Goddamn vape kids! Vaping won't affect my child. Not feeling safe near the windows, I decide to barricade myself inside of a closet, which is most definitely not a metaphor for anything. And that was where I left my session off. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, because I really think you'll enjoy part 2. A lot of incredibly goofy shenanigans and stupidity happens.